Fellow Cravers, welcome to the CTG Podcast for the 8th of October. As always, you have me, GD, and Cajr, and we've got Doc back. How are you doing?
Hello.
No, I'm good.
Doc, where have you been? You've left us here.
Oh, work.
We've got a bit of housekeeping to sort out first. First of all, Doc, how did the date go?
The date went very well, thank you very much.
No, I'm sorry to be crude to everybody that's listening. Did you get it wet?
That would be telling.
A true gentleman does not kiss and tell.
True gentleman just doesn't kiss.
What's that? Doc, you nodding?
I'm blushing.
You're bright red. Oh, this is going to be a nightmare for him.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, no, it went very well, thank you very much.
Right.
Don't need to thank me, thank her.
Literally.
Let's move into gaming. Last week has brought two brilliant games on our plate, and is basically showing the start of the gaming cycle of what's coming out. And unfortunately, because of that, we have barely got any news at the same time. So, the two games, of course, are Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor, which I know you two have been playing quite a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another game, which I will be playing hopefully quite a lot from Friday, Alien Isolation, which came out on Tuesday.
And got spare underwear.
You need more than one pair.
You know what? Let's start with that. Cajr, we know that we've been putting up on a poll of about my challenge of Alien Isolation, that you've put 3 subjects up, and the poll ended today, didn't it?
Yes.
So, might as well. What is my challenge for Friday?
GD are challenged to play Alien Isolation on the hardest available difficulty.
Oh, thank you, Fellow Cravers.
Oh, amazing.
You know
you
what?
could see that one coming a million miles.
I could see it a million miles.
I'll give you 15 minutes
So,
to finish.
So, first of all, we are definitely going to be sticking with that. I've got to play it on the hardest available difficulty that I can play on the game, yeah?
Yes.
Yep.
No backsies.
Nope.
What the fuck's a backsy?
So you can't...
Are we at school again?
This is young speak that they
it's
do.
young speak. Okay, I might as well now announce it. My brother, who everyone kind of knows as Mystery Man, has been playing Alien Isolation today. And he has confirmed to me there is no difficulty level on Alien Isolation. So, I will be playing the game as it is. Thank you, Fellow Cravers. You guys voted for it. You guys voted for it. We cannot back out of it now. That is final.
That is ridiculous.
I'm sorry, but that was the thing. We said that it was one of those 3 things. We can't back out of it. And unfortunately, that is the hardest difficulty that there is.
I expected a difficulty
on it.
Fuck,
that's
fuck
terrible.
off,
That's
no.
terrible.
That's a cop-out.
It's not a cop-out. It's not my fault.
He's
I
right.
did not
That's
make
the problem.
Game.
He's right.
I'm right.
He said no backseas and whatever.
Yeah, but the thing is, he knew when he said that.
I know.
When he said no backsies, he knew.
I did.
Therefore, he had pre-knowledge of this. He didn't decide to,
I like to point out, don't get me wrong, but I'm doing the challenge. I will try and make the challenge as easy as possible for me.
I've got no power this week. Oh, that's a shame. I'm living in a cardboard box. I can't play it.
Oh dear. So, yeah.
What did you get it on?
I've got it on Xbox, so you'll be able to watch me on Connect at the same time while I play this. That was part of the rule as well, to get it on the Xbox. So,
did you go via the sewers? There's no sewers in this game.
There's no sewers in this game.
No, well, there's vents, which are basically sewers anyway.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. I wonder if Heaven will be one of them.
Anyway, let's carry on. The thing is, like I said, 2 great games that have come out this week, and they both have some kind of similarity, that they're both single-player games. Now that has basically got us thinking, is there actually a role for single-player only games in this generation of social interaction in gaming? So,
called multiplayer gaming.
It's called multiplayer gaming. Yes, of course. So,
Yes.
Good, didn't know that.
First of all, who thinks that there is actually a place for it?
Absolutely.
You think there
Yes.
Absolutely. I mix across the both. I have multiplayer games and single player games, and sometimes I just like to play single player games. It's 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 your own time. You're not waiting for other people. You're not hoping that someone else joins or someone else fails that you're like, I could have done that myself. I feel that multiplayer games are great. I think they're fantastic. I play them a lot, but I think you do still need single player games to have your own time, kind of thing.
Yeah, but like I said, with single player games, I think they do have their own time. But I don't think, in my opinion, games should just be single player. I think they should have some kind of multiplayer aspect to them. I think one game, say on the opposite side of it, where it's mainly just online only, which I really found disappointing, was Titanfall. It was online only. Now, I think it would have done better if there was a single player as well as the online. I love the online of it, but I think there should be in something else.
Your problem is now, there's certain games, like we touched on Alien Isolation. Now, yes, you could possibly throw a multiplayer aspect into it, but then it's got to be done in a way which is both good for the gamer, but then it also can't detract from the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the one I can remember, I had it in my head a minute ago. There was one game, the first game was single player only. Its sequel had multiplayer, and it didn't. They were saying the multiplayer didn't work.
I found it with Fear 3, where you had the guy and his brother. Like the original Fears were a single player campaign. You could do multiplayer campaign with Fear 3. I didn't enjoy it because it didn't feel the same kind of game.
Yeah.
Like it was good, but then you're like, I don't think you really get into the story of this multiplayer. You're chatting away, you're doing this, you're doing that, and you're just going through it. I feel if you want a story game, like main story game should be single player.
Yeah, but sometimes you say main story games should be single player. There's some that actually do work if it's multiplayer. For example, the Borderlands series.
Okay, I agree.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
And another game, okay, we can't judge it at the moment because it's not out yet, but I bet Assassin's Creed Unity will work just as well.
Yeah, because they're made for multiplayer. I don't feel some games are made for multiplayer. But you can play it single player.
Well, it's like, let's take another, like I said, Alien Isolation again. It wouldn't be the same game in multiplayer as in single player, like Doc says, because the game is basically a horror game. It's there meant to try and scare you and give you the feeling of being alone. If you've got this other person who can help you out and whatnot, it changes the game. It's just a game, you and two people, you and whoever, you can just send someone who's not scared, aka Doc, in first, and GD can just follow behind thinking, it's safe now, Doc's already gone.
No, GD be in front. Remember a Payday?
No.
When we're hitting the sewers?
Sewers again? GD, you like them sewers, don't you?
I remember one thing in Payday was when we was in a certain mission where we was trapped in a room, and a guard suddenly just walked up, and I noticed that he was standing right next to me, when I just slightly turned, and I looked up, and he looked at me and thought, shit.
Yeah.
And then just alarms went off, and he said, we've got to escape out of this place. And I was basically running around in this building trying to find where everyone else has disappeared off to.
We went the right way.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the
But then that's a good example of multiplayer and single player thing. If you play it single player, it doesn't work because the AI in it is just there for shooting. But then the multiplayer works.
Yeah.
That should be just multiplayer.
Yeah, but like I said, there's certain games where you can play single player as well. But there is a multiplayer aspect. Like, going back to it again, Borderlands.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can play that as single player, but you'll be playing on your own. Now, if you say like Payday and Payday 2, the Payday series, sorry, they will make sure that you have the other 3 people there. It'd
Yeah.
just be controlled by
There's
AI.
matchmaking.
Yeah. Oh, no, not matchmaking. It'd just be AI.
You just, yeah. The AI is terrible. Like, it's
Yeah, that is
terrible.
is
I
famously
tried
bad.
so many times. It's good if you're in a big shootout because they just do whatever they want, have more health than you do. But that's about it.
Yeah, but like, there's other games which are single player only, and they're massively popular games. Skyrim, Fallout.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
They're
but
single player only, and people
And then-
just like
and-
exploring.
And like they brought them to multiplayer. They brought Elder Scrolls to multiplayer, obviously. Like Elder Scrolls Online, and I played it and I enjoyed it to begin with. And I was like, this is just like it. You know, you got to take away the aspect what Skyrim was to a big multiplayer game. You're like, and then I got into it and I was like, okay, this is terrible. Like this game should never. Like maybe if they did a drop in drop out option with some friends, maybe. But then I'm thinking, no, I can't like just being that one guy, you know, like Fallout, you're one guy, you're not a bunch of guys together, because that kind of takes away the point of it.
it's the whole problem with like MMOs where, oh, you're the hero, but so is that guy and that guy and her over there.
Like,
It's the Destiny effect.
yeah, like Destiny. Like Destiny tells you you're not the only hero.
Yeah,
You're
that's
joining
nice.
the Guardians, and that's great. Because I thought that was great because I played MMOs and like you're this one hero, you're awesome. But then so's 10 million other people that are playing the
You
game.
just see a long, like a queue behind you. Hi!
Yeah, and this one guy going, you're a hero. No, you're a hero as well. Oh, you're the hero. You're the hero. And it's just like, okay, I've done all this. So's that person. With the single player games, you are that hero. Like Shadow Mordor, you are that guy who's going out for revenge.
But then again, would you like it in MMOs if there's just one person to go, yeah, you're not the hero, get back to the blacksmith?
Absolutely. I'm like, alright, I know my place. Fine, I'll just go
You
try
see
this
all
corner.
these people like a huge horde of heroes just running by you.
Yeah. They lied to you as well? Yeah, they told me I was a hero. Yeah.
Yeah,
Couldn't even
told
do
me I
that
was a
raid boss. Look at
blacksmith.
that. Just gonna hit this bit of metal. Hope for the best.
I made a sword!
Look at my shiny shin pad.
Well, yeah, like I said, there is certain games that I would say does work as single player. Like you said, Skyrim does definitely work as single player. A lot of things I wouldn't mind seeing a Fallout multiplayer.
No.
You wouldn't, thanks to Elder Scrolls.
No, yeah, basically, but like, I don't see how it would work. Like, oh, you're all, oh my god, you're all survived this big nuclear explosion. 10 million people. Oh my god, size of a city. You get to play in a city. There was no explosion. Everyone's living in their house. It's The Sims.
Oh, by the way, talk about Sims. Polls are coming soon. If you've missed it.
So Star Wars costumes.
I know. Oh, and ghosts.
Let's not talk about Sims anymore.
Let's not talk about PC, period.
You brought it up.
Especially now about PCs.
But anyway, like I was saying, say there's certain single players. I think one genre of gaming which definitely works as single player, and you touched on it a little bit with Alien Isolation, that is the new wave of survival horror where you are basically a defenseless. I don't like them, but they work as single player.
I like it because more like, you know, other horror games, like you've gone in, you're this random person, my god, you've got a submachine gun, you've got a minigun, you've got this, you can kill anything you want because you're so kick-ass.
I want to be that. That's what I love about those games.
If I went to an asylum and broke in, there wouldn't be a minigun there, and I'd shit myself.
Don't get me wrong. If I know that there's some bad things happening at an asylum, I wouldn't go in there with just a camera.
I probably would, just for a giggle. I'm like, let's do this shit.
I will basically try go in there with probably a machine gun, like you said, and kick the bloody doors down.
And then run out and scream when someone goes, boo.
Ah!
Oh my god, it's coming at me! No!
Martin, save me!
Absolutely. Like, it's more like, yeah, you wouldn't go there in the first place, which is happening. Yeah, let's go there, that's a great idea. You wouldn't. But they do. And they don't have guns. You gotta survive from what you have, and that's your legs, and you run away. I think it's fantastic. I think it's a great genre of game, and I'm really enjoying it.
There is another genre which has always been single player as far as I can remember. Your RPGs like Final Fantasies and things like that.
Yeah, good point.
I love my single player RPGs.
Yeah, all of them, but you got to remember that the most MMOs are classed as MMORPGs.
Yeah, but
And I've played most of them.
like I said, the RPGs, your Final Fantasy VII is probably the best game ever, in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh, 7 was just amazing. Like, I skipping school for that shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know what you mean.
Think about single player games. Go back to, say, PlayStation 1 before online multiplayer and all this. Think of some great games that came out then. Your original Resident Evil. Right, the voice acting was shite, but the game itself was brilliant. Metal Gear Solid. Brilliant game.
But like I said, they worked back then. Because
But they work now. The new Metal Gear Solid, it's not multiplayer. You're not going to be like, here's Snake. And here's Snake's mate. Hey!
Wow!
Who also looks like Snake.
And here's another Snake. Let's do this.
By the way, we've just got news. Metal Gear Solid is now going to be a multiplayer.
No, it's not. They wouldn't do that because it will...
You get to play as the sniper lady. Awesome. Yay, bikini.
Right, a girl in a bikini with a sniper rifle, because that's realistic.
No, Sniper Wolf did actually have a bikini. No, it weren't Sniper Wolf. It was the one in number 3, wasn't it? She kept undoing her thing and she'd reveal a bikini.
You can say what the thing is.
I can't remember. It's like a jumpsuit kind of thing. She's on a motorbike.
Oh, yeah. Is it the Russian lady?
Yeah, it was like a jumpsuit, weren't it?
Yeah, what's his name? The geeky guy who pisses himself in the first one.
Otacon.
Yeah, don't he fall in love with her or something? He says, "Don't shoot her." No, why?
That was Sniper Wolf, wasn't it?
I don't know. Well, I think he fell in love with everything. I think he was in love with Snake, to be honest. I find it weird they had a child.
I can understand.
Yeah, but like I said, a lot of them games back then were brilliant because they were single player only. They had a brilliant story.
Yeah. I do feel with multiplayer you lose the story, because I say you don't really concentrate when you're with your mates, do you?
I think the best one for that you can say could be Call of Duty. Look at Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the first one. The story was brilliant in itself.
Yeah.
And the multiplayer, and that's what kicked off the multiplayer revolution. Mm-hmm. But now look at some of the stories that have followed, and some of them are just downright shit.
Ghost, I just found Ghost really boring, like the story. I was like, okay, so now I'm here, and now I'm in space. Okay. That happened.
I think I never completed the story. I've not completed the proper...
I did, and I was just like, okay, so this happened in the last one as well. It's just like, it's the same story. It's just no need.
Yeah, but the good thing about Call of Duty, I've always said about this, is they always do multiple viewpoints. There's usually multiple characters.
Yeah.
But the story of Modern Warfare was, like I say, it was brilliant.
Yeah.
And then,
absolutely, yeah.
Like I say, Ghost, it's shit.
So basically, in conclusion, we think that there is definitely a place for single player games.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you need them. I really do. Like, if everything was multiplayer, you just get bored. Like, I just feel you wouldn't get a story. You're just mind-numbingly sitting at a mouse and keyboard because PC rules.
I think
and
the thing,
just plodding along, you know.
The thing about single player only games is they're good for developers to develop their own universes and their own like lore and things like that. Think of like the Assassin's Creeds. Originally they were just single player only.
Yeah.
They built a universe and said, right, this is what's in this universe, and then they introduced multiplayer, then they took it out, and then they put co-op in. So yeah, but the single player originals, it's because some people don't even play single player games now, they just go straight to multiplayer.
Yeah.
And the single player gives them a chance to play because you have to play the story. You have to learn what's in this universe. Would Resident Evil be as good these days without the single player originals?
Absolutely.
To set the scene kind of thing?
I think we need the single player. I think Resident Evil needs single player. I think we've seen what they did with having multiplayer.
Mm.
It sometimes does work. Like, for example, I think 6 had some multiplayer in there. I think certain missions you could play co-op, couldn't you?
There's always two people.
Yeah. So it does work, for example, like that. But I think one thing that I do really agree with, when it comes to online games, online like competitive and co-op, there has to be, I think it needs that single player aspect as well.
Yeah.
Like I said with Titanfall, it needed the single player aspect.
Yeah.
Another thing that I think Destiny, you could say, has got that single player aspect. Okay, it's online all the time, but you
'Cause
can
it's an
play
MMO.
the missions on your own.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course you can. And like you said about Titanfall, I didn't really read about it before I brought it, and then I brought it, and I thought, oh, it's got multiplayer. Then I got the game. I went to the store and purchased it, and then like I went to campaign. I thought, oh, I'll do a bit of campaign, learn it, and then all of a sudden there was like,
why are these people?
eight other people with me. I was like, sup? How's it going?
The thing is, one thing I did find funny, he said, yeah, but you've got all these AI people that you can shoot. Yeah, I'm happy that they're there. But,
Yeah,
you know, these people that are actual real people here, turn them into AI as well, and give me a chance in single player.
Yeah, let me learn the game through single player like I've done in most other games.
Yeah,
you're fine.
The thing is, that's one thing that you should do. If you are making a game where you know it's going to be, they're going to be playing the online competitive gameplay, have the single player at least teach them how to play the game.
Absolutely.
That's one thing. Okay, like you said, Call of Duty stories have been a little bit off lately, but it teaches you how to play the.
Yeah, it teaches you like most of them have the different call streaks you can choose. Like in somehow in there, and it'll show you what it can do. With Titanfall, it's just like, you have the little training mission, fine, awesome, great.
But yeah, you're playing.
And then you're actually in there, and the targets are moving. You're just like, so how do I move this robot? That one, excellent. Okay, fantastic. And this does what? Okay, don't know anything about this. And I don't feel there's not a story. I love story games. There's not a story in Titanfall. You just kind of go in, you shoot people, you leave, you get your rewards, and then you get a new machine, and then you get a new gun, and a new missile, and then you play again.
Quick question. If you could have one game that's massively multiplayer, like, say, Call of Duty, and you want to take it single player only, what would you choose?
Oh. If you just to make it single player only.
I'd go for Titanfall. I would go straight away for Titanfall, and they did a decent story for it. An actual reason why you're there in a machine.
It can have co-op, it can have multiplayer co-op, but like, no competitive multiplayer. That's what I'm trying to get at, sorry. I should. So it could have, it's like a Borderlands type game as well. It can be that. Or it could just be single player only.
I reckon Titanfall's got the story there.
Like I said, I think Titanfall needs a single player, but I think it also still needs its competitive side to it.
Yeah, definitely. It'll keep that.
So you don't think Titanfall should get rid of its multiplayer?
I don't think it should get rid of its multiplayer. I think it needs to add its single player.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, pick a game that doesn't have any competitive multiplayer in it. Sort of like Borderlands, it's got no competitive side to it.
Oh, okay.
Smash Bros.
What's like a hug?
Yeah. It's a Nintendo
game. My choice would actually be Call of Duty. Make it a co-op game, and you have to be a squad, make it a squad-based story, and they'd have to actually think of a decent story.
Do you know what? I think with something like that, there's a certain game that is going to be doing that this year for the first time, and that is Assassin's Creed. It's basically getting rid of its competitive side of it, and it's basically
Did not get rid of it in Black Flag?
No, they were still competitive.
That was fun.
That was fun, except for the boat stuff. I hated the boat stuff.
Great.
I hate the boat stuff. I don't care if you want to sing another shanty.
I do.
You were just getting there.
I loved it. I just missed my target so I can hear the songs.
But like I said, Assassin's Creed Unity is basically going to have the co-op, but it's not going to have the competitive stuff anymore. So it'll be interesting to see how it does. because the thing is, with competitive stuff, it was basically put there to have something extra, to give the game a bit more of a lifespan after the story's finished.
And look what happened.
Yeah, and now a lot of people are wanting online and everything.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's a generation of people wanting to play online and play their buddies, and I used to love just coming home and sitting on Skyrim and just forgetting about my day playing a single player game.
Yeah.
And not have some guy going, "Oh my god, you're a noob."
But
Not a noob. I just didn't want to shoot that guy in the face.
Yeah, I want to shoot you in the face. Unfortunately, you're on my team.
Yeah. If I had a rocket launcher, you die.
Right, sticking with the multiplayer side of things, there's one thing that is starting to really bug me. And okay, this isn't indie games at the moment, but couch co-op games. Now, do you think there is actually a place for them?
What's couch co-op? Is that where it's just local play?
It's
like Lego.
Local player games.
I miss them so much.
As much
it's like you get your mates round, you have a few beers, you do this, you do that, and you have a laugh, and they're playing it, and you ridicule each other to each other's face, and that was just great. Now you're over the mic, you're like, I don't want to talk to anyone. You mute your mic.
Yeah, but I don't like the idea. I'm alright if they have it as added onto it, but I don't want it to be. Yeah, we're not doing online here. I'm sorry. I know you want to play online, and you're looking at the game, and you're thinking, "Oh, this is actually going to look good online." No. It's a local co-op only. I think, fuck you.
No games do that nowadays.
Yes, there is. There is one game that does that, and there was one game that is really bugged me because of this. It's a game called Towerfall Ascension. It was on the PlayStation Plus program in, I think it was June or July. It came out. Okay, it's a free game, but it's been around for at least 6 months before that. Now me, Hanksy and Heavenly managed to play this in March at EGX Resd in Birmingham. And we thought, when we played it, we thought, this is a brilliant game, this would be great for game nights. And then we find out, no, sorry, it's what's it called? It's local game co-op only.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, no, you don't do that. In a generation of games where you can play online quite easily. I'm alright if you've got it
Would it be
there.
such a bad thing to have that though? Like, just to have games that are like that. Like, get your mates round. Like, you're not talking to them through a computer screen or a microphone. You got them there, physical.
Yeah, but you can have the option to do it. Even Call of Duty puts the option in.
I'm alright with the option to do it, but you shouldn't have it just completely there. I think, in my opinion, you've got to have that.
Right, I want to interject here. There is a reason why some games won't have it.
Indie.
No, there's a reason why some games don't have local play only. Because there's only so many controllers to go around in somebody's house.
Yeah.
No.
And screen space.
No.
But I know there's, co-op games, they could have it where it's like 2 people.
No.
But any more than 2 people, you're taking up screen space.
No, I'm not arguing that. I'm not arguing that it's local co-op. It's not got any local co-op. I'm arguing that games that
I'm just making a point.
Got it.
Like, yeah, I mean, going back to when I was a little bit younger, that was all we had.
I know, I agree. That's what we had when we was younger. But we're in a generation now where, don't get me wrong, we've got friends that we play with that we cannot play locally. It's like,
don't get me wrong, real game.
It's like, take us 3.
Yeah, for example,
one's in
one's
London.
Up north, one's in the middle, and one's in south.
South.
North's best.
Nah, middle's best, of course.
Easy.
No.
Middle.
Go and find Robin Hood.
Oh, fuck off.
Robin Hood and Little John walking through the forest.
It's not my fault. The capital of
Robin
the north
Hood,
is Newcastle.
Yeah.
I forgot you don't go into the forest. You just go into sewers.
Anyway, like I was saying,
Fail subject there. Anyway.
like I said, in my opinion, local co-op doesn't work. In my opinion, it does have its functions still, and it's nice to say it's there. But like I said, it can't just have that. I understand. Okay, yeah, it would probably more work to try and get it online only, and you probably need the server space. But don't get me wrong, if you're a game that, for example, Sony has backed behind. Okay, I'm probably picking on Towerfall Ascension quite a lot here.
Well, if you want to change,
upset about that game.
I am really upset about that game.
There's another target you can aim at, GD, if you want. Lego games.
No, that's a good point, because you can play local co-op on that, but there's no online co-op. Now, they're technically classed as, you could say, AAA games. Or at least B-list games. Which, they're not indie. So they have got the money behind them. They're basically what are they? Traveller's Tales?
Oh, fucking no. I played one and that was briefly.
But, yeah, have online. People want to play online.
Yeah, they do, but
give us
some games don't
option.
give the option to have like your mates there, so you get pass the control over once I've done this level, and I just think that sucks.
I agree. I don't like it when it does that, but at the same time,
obviously being a PC gamer, I can't really pass the controller.
Just move out the seat.
Don't mention the PC.
Oh, you're a bit upset.
Don't start this argument again.
Whenever you're ready.
You're gonna lose.
I didn't lose last time.
Yes, you did.
No, GD cut it out.
I didn't cut it out. It was still there.
Yeah, but you were like, let's go now.
Yeah, but I still kept it in there.
Yeah, for a little while. We could have gone for hours.
Yeah, I know, but we had to limit it.
I literally had him by the balls because he had come up with an argument he couldn't get out of.
No, I couldn't.
The price point. The price point of a PC.
Guys.
Yeah, no, but no, it's a fancy.
Guys!
If I want to upgrade it, I will. I don't have to.
GD, shut up.
It can outdo any console.
Yeah, but how much is it costing you?
I haven't done anything to it yet.
But how much? Okay, what did you when you bought it, base model? How much did it cost you?
1,000.
How much?
1,000 for the tower.
Just for the tower.
Yes.
So that's no keyboard, no mouse, no screen.
Nope.
Alright. So how much did they cost? Them three things cost you?
The mouse was a birthday gift. The mouse mat was £30. The keyboard was £110. One screen was £100. The other screen was £150.
So you're doing dual screen now. Yes. And what's this graphic card you just got?
Oh, no, I haven't got it yet. I want the new the NVIDIA one, GeForce.
Yeah, and how much is that costing you?
I don't know yet. I haven't really looked. It's a couple £100.
Yes, come on. How much?
It's a couple £100.
Couple hundred. So we're looking at like nearly £2,000 for a PC. I've paid £500 in a bundle.
Yeah.
With games and other things included, and I can still run it at 1080p because still match your.
Mine's still pretty, and we'll outdate yours. Because I don't have to do anything to it. It's a perfect console.
And yours requires its own desk area.
Yeah, it does.
Whereas mine can go underneath my TV in my living room or wherever.
I don't think quite go underneath my TV, but I can connect it to my TV if I wanted to.
Mine's connected to the TV.
Shh. You shut up.
Yeah, like console gaming.
Why did you shush me? I just agreed with you.
I know.
You
this is a two-way argument. Yeah, so you have I have my PC, right, and it costs a little bit of money, which is fine.
It's just a bit.
Yeah, I know, right? And yeah, I have the consoles as well. I still prefer PC gaming. You can mod more. You can do a lot more with it than you can with a console. My upgrades are easier to do. You know. Something goes wrong, I can just replace it.
Yeah, but you're saying about mod, okay. If Microsoft and Sony really wanted to, they could open it up for mods.
Yeah, but they're not going to.
If they wanted to, they could do.
Yeah, what, with a 500 gigabyte hard drive?
They can do more hard drives. There's the Xbox One for.
You can have one hard drive at a time. I can have like 6 or 7.
They can figure a way around that.
What, like having like little add-on bits so your console ends up being twice the size of anything you know?
Well, they did it with the 360. You could have a external hard drive, USB port. So it's not beyond the realms of possibility to have a...
No, nothing's in the realms. Nothing's in them realms. But it's down to preference. I can do a lot more with my PC than I could with any console, gaming wise and everything.
It costs you so much more.
Yeah, but it looks pretty. Once again, vanity gaming.
No.
Guys.
Yes, vanity gaming. Like you get a PS4. PS4 looks good. Great, yeah. My PC looks amazing next to a PS4.
For that price, it should look fucking amazing.
Yeah, and it does. And I'm happy I got it.
For that price, it should be able to do open heart surgery as well.
Surgery Simulator.
Yes, you can. Which is now on the PlayStation. It's on the PlayStation.
I have on the PlayStation.
Fine.
Up yours, bitch.
With the console, but I've got a mouse and keyboard, so it's more realistic.
How is it?
Well, because you don't use your thumbsticks, do you? I've got a mouse which I move around.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong, in Surgeon Simulator, you're using your hands. You're not using a mouse and a keyboard.
Yeah. I am.
Go on, bitch. Argue that one.
I haven't even got that game.
Yeah.
Just want to use it as an example.
Right, guys, should we, move on to the next subject?
Yes, let's move on.
Right, let's move on to the next subject. Now, we have got 4 racing games that are coming out this year. We've had Forza Horizon 2, which came out at the end, or was it at the beginning of this month?
Came out last week.
Came out on the 3rd, wasn't it?
Yeah, same day as Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah,
the 3rd. Yeah, we've got Drive Club, which comes out on Friday.
Today, if you listen to the podcast.
Today.
On Friday.
And another game that we talked about last week, which I'm actually not surprised about this, The Crew from Ubisoft, which has now been delayed to the 3rd of December. So we've got a game in December.
Yay!
And then we've also got Project Cars, which is coming out the 21st of November, which a lot of people are still not 100% sure what the hell it is. It's got cars in it. But, first of all, one piece of news about the Drive Club. The PlayStation Plus version is going to be delayed a little bit because they've had some server issues of people trying to download the PlayStation Plus.
When will it be delayed to?
I think it's going to be delayed. It should be alright, hopefully, by now, because the game comes out on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
This is from Wednesday, the 8th of October. It's still not properly up at the moment, so hopefully it'll be fixed by either later today or tomorrow. Which, yeah. But, this is with the huge hype of racing games that are coming out. Some good, some not so good. The Crew. We've been thinking about racing games in general. Cajr, do you want to take the lead on this one, since you're our racing game expert out of the 3 of us?
I am not an expert. I am nowhere near an expert.
You're better at it than us 3.
I can't even drive in real life.
Well, you've played a lot of them anyway, so you've played more than us.
Yeah. Anyway,
he just gets upset because there's no sewers to drive down.
There is actually a game that has got sewers. I think Crash Team Racing has.
GTA?
And that too.
Yeah.
GD spends a lot of time in them sewers in GTA.
Yeah, he's like, where's GD? He's like, I in the sewer again. What's up?
And usually heaven wasn't far behind.
You meet some friendly people down there.
Oh, is it? It's multiple people now, is it? Fucking hell, GD.
Anyway, like you said,
Sewer whore.
Racing games. Caj, go.
Yes. Basically, the first 2 things. Firstly, the limitations of racing games based on current championships, like, for example, Formula 1 or WRC.
Or MotoGP. Yeah, that's
nice. Yeah,
Yeah, it's got wheels.
So
racing, if you can, you're racing anyway. And secondly, my mind is completely blank.
I don't remember what the second one thing was.
Yeah, let's talk about the limitations and how Like, basically, the second one was basically what kind of game would we like to see? Is a race, what kind of race would we like to see? Would you like it street, circuit, things like that?
Yeah.
So, anyway, first point. The limitations of races based on current world championships and...
The thing is, like I said, when it comes to racing games that are based on real life championships, like you said, F1, WRC, and MotoGP, they're always, it's like the Tour de France as well, which is sort of a racing game. It's a cycling simulator. You're racing.
No. You're going up a hill.
No.
I know you're going up a hill. I hated it. But, like I said, those kind of games, in the end, they're basically aiming for people who love those series.
Mm-hmm.
Say, like, for example, the F1. Don't get me wrong, they're aiming at people who follow the F1 series. The only reason I follow it is because my family follows it, but I'm not a fan of the games. But there is people who will be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I've got one or two of the games in recent years, and they're not bad. I wouldn't say brilliant, but they're playable.
Yeah, the thing is, they are quite good. They're good games. It's just, like you said, with it, they are limited.
They're severely limited. I mean,
yeah.
The last one I played, I can't remember what year, I can't quite see it from where I am. You basically, to be honest, most Formula 1 cars are pretty much the same.
Yeah. Well,
except some are going to
they have laws.
Yeah. Because of the rules, they're pretty much the same, just some are faster than others for whatever reason, and the setups sit differently.
Yeah.
And there's no customization options, there's only a certain number of teams, and there's only usually the tracks from that season, so you're limiting yourself to 20 tracks.
Mm.
But then you go on the opposite end of the scale, you've got, say, Forza Horizon 2 at the moment, which is open world.
Yeah.
As many cars they want to put in the game, and get the licenses for, obviously.
Yeah.
And a lot of customization options, like putting your own paint jobs and things like that on it.
But then, like you said, with games like Forza Horizon, there's one game that is sticking in my head still. I don't know why. Need for Speed series, especially Need for Speed Most Wanted. Now, one thing that I remember from it is you could drive around in an F1 car. It was one of the fastest cars that you could actually race with in that game. Unfortunately, it was really fragile, which, to be honest, an F1 car is.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's not like if you are a fan of F1, you can always play these games because the cars are there for you to play.
Yeah.
But like I said, a lot of people, these games aren't aiming for the fact that, you can race around in an F1 car. I think they're more aiming at, you can play the World Championship. It's like, for example, people who want to play the Champions League in football, they'll go to Pro Evolution Soccer to play that because you've got the whole experience of it there.
Yeah.
Or if you want to play in the Premier League or I think the World Cup isn't, but you can get the World Cup version of the EA Sports Titles, the FIFA series. You'll go to FIFA because you can play the Premier League.
Mm-hmm.
But there is still other football games around.
Yeah, you go
probably
for
offers you more.
Anything.
Yeah, you do go for your preference. Like in racing, there's so many different things. You've got your simulation races, you've got your arcade races, you've got your street open world races, and you've got your circuit races, like on a proper racetracks. I mean, Need for Speed at one point we're doing alternating between a open world racing, and then next one would be circuit racing. Because the Shift series of Need for Speed was just on circuits.
Yeah. But then again, it's not like the people have tried to mess around with what licenses they've got. I think, have you guys heard of F1 All Stars or something like that?
Yeah.
Race Stars. Now, I've played that. I love that game. That was quite fun. The only reason I played it was because I got it free on the PlayStation 3, part of the PlayStation Plus stuff. But it's a fun game because when it comes to racing games, there is one series of racing games that I always will love. It's because of its casual stupidity, and that is the area where you would put like Mario Kart, Crash Team Racing, stuff like that in. And this game does go in that area.
I'll just give it away. Burnout.
A Burnout? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's a weird one because it's good, but I love the crashing.
Yeah, but that was, you get your points for crashing. It wasn't too serious, where I find Forza Horizons and Forzas and even newer Need for Speeds, they're just driving simulators. They're just a bit too serious from the old races that I used to play. You know, obviously GT was probably one of the first ones for doing that.
Really serious ones.
Yeah. It's just like, you're racing, this is it. You know, Burnout gives you the option to just absolutely wreck your car and get points for it.
Or take other cars out.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I just love the slow-mo cams on it, that's all.
Yeah, I mean, you had on last Need for Speed Most Wanted, did you have the takedowns?
Yeah.
For taking other people out?
Most Wanted, one Criterion that did that one anyway.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was Criterion's Most Wanted.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think the arcade races are the most fun.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, think about my 360, there was at least two I can think of which were quite different in their approach. Was Blur, which had the power-up system, and then you had Split Second, which had the environment explosions, and you could change the entire layout of the course and things like that.
Yeah.
Which was brilliant because it was something different. They didn't have any licensed cars, I don't think, or very little. I don't think. But then, Blur might have had some license, but
then again, people who are playing those kind of games anyway, do they really care about having licensed cars?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
The thing is, they're playing it because they like the idea of racing around, but at the same time, it's shooting people.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like a Mario Kart, isn't it, kind of thing?
Well, it's like there's a certain game that I reviewed called Tabletop Racing. It reminded me of another game which I enjoyed a lot when I was younger, and that was the Micro Machines. Yeah, the bird's eye view versions of those games. They were fun. I like those. I like the stupid casual games. When it comes to racing, that's what I love. I don't
know if any of you played it on the SNES, Rock and Roll Racing.
Yes. Yeah.
That was it was the same tracks, and you played it every time because you obviously couldn't save. But it was just great. Like them games are just fun. I don't enjoy racing games as much as I used to now.
The thing is, that's why I try it. Don't get me wrong, I have respect for things like Gran Turismo and Forza itself, not Forza Horizon. I think Forza Horizon's more of the it seems more of the light-hearted brother of the Forza series.
Yeah.
But those two games are basically the PlayStations and the Xbox. These are our serious racing games.
Yeah.
So I respect them, but they are definitely not the type of games for me.
No, I agree.
If I'm like I said, if I'm playing a racing game, it's always got to have some kind of element of stupidity to it, which keeps me entertained. Like you said, with the Mario Karts, you get to throw weapons. All the battles on Mario Karts. That's awesome. I love the battles on that. Which has basically made me think a bit more of Grid and the Destruction Derby stuff.
That's one kind of game I really want. Either a re-release of Demolition Derby, Destruction Derby, whatever it was called. Yeah, Destruction Derby.
Yeah.
Or just a game where it's just basically Destruction Derby.
PC's get one.
Racing. Fuck off.
But then again, that's also made me think of another series that's on the PlayStation, Twisted Metal.
Absolutely.
Never played that.
It's basically, think Destruction Derby, but with rockets.
Yeah, it's literally like you just have a massive car with spikes and guns and crap and just...
Yeah, that
there was an ice
doesn't
cream
interest me. I prefer like stock car racing where everyone's got in the same car.
Yeah.
Nobody's got an advantage. And basically, I mean, if you play Grid and Demolition Derby with wheels, you know the first couple of laps, you're just putting everything down to luck.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Once the field's all spread out, then it's more about skill. But it's just about luck, and that's what I love about Demolition Derby games. You just don't know when you're going to get taken out. You could have someone come sideswipe you sometimes.
It's just the best of people's reactions because when it happens.
Welsh.
Yeah, definitely Welsh. Or Doc, who gets lost on the figure of 8.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But anyway, yeah. What was the second thing that we was going to talk about?
Basically, if you could have a racer, and what would you have it like? How would your race be made? And like, kind of, would it be on circuit streets? Would it have? Well,
if I was going to make a racer, like I said, I would probably follow the Mario Kart side of things. The games that are stupid with weapons. No, actually, you know what? If I follow that, I want another Burnout. I want another Burnout. That's what I want. I don't want Need for Speed. I want Burnout. That's what got me in. That's what made me enjoy racing games like that in the first place. Was Burnout.
Yeah.
The original one as well. Not Paradise. I followed the series up to Paradise. Paradise is my favourite, but it was Burnout, the original, that got me into those kind of games.
yeah. I think for me, there's one game. Not Brilliant Racer, but I like what it did. It was Split Second with the changing the entire layout of a course with the big power up things. Like, I remember the demo, and one of them was you made this plane crash.
Reminds me of Motorstorm.
Yeah. That was always fun. I mean,
Basically, the more you raced, basically the whole layout changed, especially the Apocalypse one.
yeah.
I've
never played that, so I won't know.
PlayStation's probably version of it. But, which one was the one that was owned by Disney? Was that Blur?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
that was Split Second.
Split Second.
Wait, I can find out because I read a news article about it earlier. Give me a second.
Split Second.
They've just released a bunch on Steam. Yeah, Split Second. Pure.
Second. So now you can get
Pure
that.
Was good. Pure was good.
That's a good way to signal into one of the news stories, though. There is a lot of games that are being moved over to Steam as well. I think.
Don't talk about Steam.
Disney's just sent over a bunch.
Yeah, there's on.
No, we don't talk. We do not talk about PC gaming. We do not talk about PC gaming.
Yes, we do. We absolutely do. I've got to talk about consoles.
No, right.
We can talk about PCs as well.
No,
Yes.
I will walk out if we talk about PC gaming.
Don't let the door hit you.
Seriously, I'll walk.
Why? Why can't we talk about PCs?
Because PC games crap.
It's a PC. It's a gaming podcast. So we talk about consoles and PCs. That's why I'm here. The PCs. You had 2 weeks without me.
Yeah, it's been bliss.
We've got to talk about PC because as much as you say, the thing is, PC gaming is, at the moment, half of gaming itself. We've got consoles and we've got PC gaming because we don't count mobile. That's where we draw the line, is when it comes
What
to
about
the
handheld?
That's why we've talked a bit about Smash Bros.
Yeah, that's the section we had.
Yeah, but you just said it's half it's console, half of it's PC, so handheld has no portion.
I count handhelds into consoles, if anything.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But yeah, anyway, like I was saying, the things we've got to talk about this because this is sort of a bit of news that was available this week.
Oh, do we have to?
We do.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Shush.
And that is the point that the
Shush me.
that I think it's mainly because of what was it? They used to be on the what was it called? Something Spy.
A GameSpy?
Yeah, I think it was GameSpy. Or is it on Windows?
The little green logo.
The little green logo.
Yeah, GameSpy.
Yeah. A lot of them were on GameSpy stuff, and because GameSpy had shut down, I'm surprised it took them this long to figure out,
Yeah.
you know what, let's put this on Steam. But a lot of them are moving, and a lot of them are also moving over to Steam because of games on Windows.
Yes.
Is basically not doing that well as well. So, like I said, we've got Disney who's moved over this week with a bunch of their games. Who was the one that moved over earlier in the week? I think it was EA. No, it wouldn't have been EA. Just thought that.
EA Access.
They've got Origins. I think it was probably Ubisoft, if anything.
Yeah, there's been a big increase in stuff coming to Steam.
Yeah.
I think people are just understanding that Steam's bigger than the rest of them.
It is, yeah, in my opinion. That is, if you are going to play PC gaming,
yeah,
I always recommend
Origin has their stuff fine, and like, you know, obviously Windows Live is just failing miserably.
And Uplay has few things.
Yeah, but Uplay runs also through Steam. Like, okay, admittedly, when I play Far Cry on Steam, I have to load up Uplay, which annoys the hell out of me.
Mm.
You know, but it works.
Yeah. So, yeah.
But it's also opening up for like a younger generation to play on Steam, bring the Disney games. Like, my niece could play Disney games now on my computer because it's a better console.
The thing is, it's good timing as well, because especially with the Steam machines coming soon as well.
Yes,
hopefully.
absolutely.
But then again, like I said, a lot of people, especially with the streaming stuff, I think it's cheaper just to buy a smaller computer and plug that into your TV nowadays. So you can play Steam technically like a console, hopefully soon as well.
Yeah. Well, it does the like I can use my controller, obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
And I can go into, and it has like a different option, like to use your controller to choose through menus. So, you know, it works for anything. You know, it appeals to. I feel PC appeals to a bigger audience.
Yeah, exactly. The thing is, like I said, I've got that huge library on my PC. I think it's 106 titles now.
Mm-hmm.
I've still got to play that This War of Mine preview game that I've got to play. I want to play it. I've just not had time to play it at the moment. So, but yeah, I can't wait until we are able to get the console. I think it's mainly waiting for the Steam's controller to finally release, whenever that's going to be.
It's just going to be an Xbox controller.
Exactly. So,
I don't know whether or not. Yeah, but yeah, like, you know, obviously if you have a PC, you don't have to use it, so it's good for the options.
Anyway, well, I was going to talk a bit about games hypes and stuff like that, and games that have lasted a long time, but we're running out of time at the moment, surprisingly. Yeah. So, yeah, we're running out of... Caj!
Sorry, all that PC talk put me to sleep.
So open your mind.
Mine's open.
Clearly not.
Anyway.
You really? You want to start again?
No, we don't.
I haven't got time. I've got stuff to do.
Right, is there any news stories that you guys want to talk about quickly before I do the new releases and stuff like that?
I don't even know what news stories freaking came out.
There really isn't that many out at the moment.
No, it's basically game releases at the moment, isn't it?
It's obviously there's a new Luke Cave, which is now stairs.
Ooh, stairs. Loot stairs.
About NBA 2K15 failing miserably.
Oh yeah, because of the facial recognition stuff that makes you look like a goblin. Certain
people make you look a different kind of thing.
There's a few more. Nintendo's introduced for the Pokemon Omega and Alpha. I don't remember which colour's which.
Omega is Ruby.
Yeah.
Yes.
They've announced another Mega Evolution for Rayquaza.
Rayquaza, yeah.
Yeah, which will give him the ability to block moves such as Rain Dance, Sandstorm, or Hail in its Mega form. So any weather elemental attacks will be basically...
Well, they're not technically attacks, it's just changes the weather.
Exactly. So it is going to be able to block those. That game comes out November the 21st for the 3DS. There's been more information about Tekken 7 revealed. Characters that have been revealed because there was a location test in Japan this week for the arcade cabinets and stuff. Sorry, stuff like that. And fighters that are in the game, you've got Elisa, Azuka, Brian, Dragunov, Feng, Hayachi. God damn it. Wrong.
You've started, you're going to have to finish now.
Kazuya, King, Lars, Law, Leo, Lily, Paul, Steve, and Zhao Yu. And then the two new characters, and this is a mistake from earlier, it's Katarina, not Catalana. And the previously reported Claudio is also available to play.
Is Gon not in it anymore?
God, no, he's been gone for he's been gone for a while.
That shows you what's an iPad. What about Yoshimitsu?
He'll probably be in it. He's more than that. Tekken is him into, even though he's in so many
No, you're thinking of Jin.
No, I'm not. Yoshimitsu. He's been in a lot of fighting games.
Has it?
Yeah, I think he's in Soul Calibur series as well.
Alright, news to me.
Also, they've shown off two new mechanics that's going to be in the game. Rage Arts, which if your health bar is low, or when it glows red, it will basically make your punches and that lot. It basically a powerful super move. Rage Art is that will, should they connect, deliver heavy damage with some cinematic flair. So like Street Fighter's super move type stuff.
It's like Mortal Kombat sexual move kind of thing.
Yeah, sort of like that. And then you got Power Crush moves, which are special attacks that won't have their animation interrupted if the player is hit mid-move. The player executing a Power Crush move can still take damage during the move's animation, but their animation will apparently finish. So, in other words, you can still hit them while they're doing this move.
So you could have a simultaneous kill then. Simultaneous death, both of you.
Yeah.
Because you're still taking damage, like you're one hit touch and you're dead. And you kill the other person during the animation, you're dead as well.
Yeah.
That'll be a double KO.
But they said that it looks quite pretty as well.
Ah, that's nice.
Compared to 6 and Tekken Tag Tournament 2. Or the 4Ts. But yeah, it's supposed Tekken 7 is slated to hit arcades in Japan sometime next year. So we don't even know when that's coming out on consoles yet. So won't probably be until 2016 by the sounds of things. And I think we've touched on this a little bit. EGX Res is moving to London in March, and well, that's the same. What the hell? Oh no. We talked a bit about this. Sims 4 will be bringing out a few free patches that will introduce swimming pools next month, and it has brought ghosts already. So
Sims shit.
Get over it.
No. How about the story of the Assassin's Creed Unity developer that took 2 years to recreate in the Notre Dame Cathedral?
Yeah, but it looks beautiful, mate.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing. Like, imagine putting that much effort in. Everyone else is doing like loads of cool stuff. I thought
it was two people that worked on it together.
Took one developer 2 years to create in Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed Unity.
It could have been just one, yeah. But yeah, I've seen they was showing a demo of it.
Yeah,
it is beautiful, and it's not just the outside; you've got the inside of it as well.
Yeah, I know, it's just amazing.
I'm really looking forward to that game when it comes out.
Absolutely.
There's a bit of news about Assassin's Creed as well, about it not running at 1080p.
Oh yeah,
it's going to sit at 900.
We'll probably, if we've not got many news stories, we'll probably talk a bit more about this because it's a big news story about it. It's not a news story, a big story about it. Now, a lot of people are getting upset because I find it funny. They moved it down to 900. Is it 900p? And 30 frames per second intentionally so that they wouldn't argue about the game looking and running better on the PlayStation 4 compared to the Xbox
No,
One.
they didn't actually specify, from what I got told, which console was which.
Well,
just said, I think it was something like, it was, they wanted to have everybody on either console to have the same, experience.
Also counts for PC as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, it counts for PC as well, so
it'll be modded.
Yeah, it'll be modded.
At some point by someone.
But anyway, the funny thing is, they said this because they didn't want anyone arguing about that, say, one's better than the other. Unfortunately, it didn't work that way. Instead, now people are arguing that the game has been restricted because of one of the consoles not running as well as the other one. Now, like I said, I want to talk a bit more about this next week, but it's starting to really get on my nerves when people are starting to complain about 900 to, 1080?
Yeah.
You cannot tell the difference. When a picture is moving, you cannot tell the difference.
No, and people, if they didn't say anything, people wouldn't notice anyway.
Exactly. The only time you're going to notice the difference if you have a still picture and you magnify it.
Yep.
That's it. That's the only thing. Anyway, like I said, I want to talk a bit more about that next week because we're, like I said, running out of time for this week. So, anyway, game releases for this week. We have, what are we on? Friday the 10th, aren't we?
Yeah.
Thank you. Rise, Son of Rome is coming to the PC. Already out on the
PC.
Xbox One. Sleeping Dogs, the Definitive Edition, is coming to the Xbox One, PS4, and PC.
I'm not to get that.
Akiba's Trip, Undead and Undressed.
What?
Are you reading the wrong kind of list?
I am reading the right list here.
Is
that not your wish list with your flashlights?
It's coming out.
Porn list.
It's coming out on the PS3 and the PS Vita. What the hell? Yeah. 2 NBA games are coming out. I thought one
facial recognition.
Yeah. Well, either way, 2 NBA games are coming out. NBA Live 15 is coming out on Xbox One and the PS4, and NBA 2K15 is coming out 360, PS3, Xbox One, PS4.
You know, you're on about that face thing, Doc?
Yes.
And it's going to make people like goblins. It won't do anything to GD's face. It says too ugly enough already.
Fuck off.
We already got you in the game.
Project Spark on the Xbox One has an official date coming out Friday the 10th. Skylanders Trap Team, which is on the 360, PS3, Wii U, Xbox One, PS4, 3DS. So everything but the PC.
Oh, I'll cry myself. It's Skylanders, like you're gonna play it.
People do.
Let me get my little model. Oh.
Well, someone's a little bit upset about that. No, we understand you're upset about it. And Drive Club comes out on the PS4, that's Friday. And for Tuesday the 14th of October, we've got 3 games coming out as well. We've got The Voice, I Want You on the Wii 360, PS3 and the Wii U. Killer Instinct Combo Breaker Pack comes out on the Xbox One. And The Evil Within comes out on the 360, PS3, Xbox One, PS4 and PC.
So no Wii U.
That's good.
Yeah, I've heard it's just gory.
Yeah.
What was that second one, sorry? The other one on Tuesday?
Killer Instinct.
The one that's on Xbox One?
Oh, Killer Instinct Combo Breaker Pack.
Alright, I didn't hear what you said, you see.
Yeah, that comes out as well. So, yeah, let's wrap this up. Guys, have you got any plans, game nights or streaming? Starting, because he's not been here for 2 weeks, Doc.
I won't be with work commitments and everything at the moment. I probably won't be doing anything till the new year.
Oh.
New year?
New year, yes. Man.
Quite busy at the moment, so.
Yeah, he's got a new girlfriend, that's nothing to do with work, it's a new girlfriend. New girlfriend syndrome.
Yeah, that's fine, just mind. But no, with work, I won't be able to put time into it at the moment.
Fair enough. Cajr, your turn.
Depending on if I get it, it might possibly be a drive club, afternoon on Sunday.
Ooh, sounds awesome. Anyway, I forgot to ask you both, if you are doing any streaming, where can we see you guys both? Doc, because I forgot to ask you first.
What's that? Twitch TV /DocRobin87.
Caj?
Same address as always. I'm sure it's plastered all over your sewer walls in your home, GD.
You don't want to know what's plastered over there, mate.
Yeah, it's whitewash, isn't it? It's a whitewash.
Anyway, like I said...
What about yourself? Are you going to be streaming?
Yeah, give me a second. You do your one first. So, twitch.tv /
C.
Yeah.
A.
Yeah.
J.
Sure it's not G? It's J.
Let me check.
Okay.
No, it's J.
It's J. Okay.
R.
Yeah.
8.
Oh, wait, let me guess the last one. Is it a H?
No.
Okay. What is it?
7.
7.
CAJR87.
There you go. Right, my turn. Like we've been talking about this for the past 2 months, I'm going to be doing my Alien Ice.
Finally here.
It's finally here on Friday.
I'm gonna cry.
Starting from 8 p.m.
So excited.
I'm looking forward to this.
What time will you be finishing, can I ask?
It's probably 12.
4
8,
hours of GD
10.
shitting himself.
Well, there'll be a break halfway between it.
Fuck break. No, I want to see you fucking shit yourself all wait for 4 hours.
There's a reason why there's a break, because I want to put this up on YouTube, and because you can only archive 2 hours, so I'm having a break halfway between it, so I can basically split it up a bit. That's the only reason that there's the break in between it at the moment. But yeah, anyway.
How long is the break going to be?
About 5 minutes.
That's too long.
That's a change of pants.
Anyway, like I said, I'll be playing Alien Isolation.
Yay!
Right, I wonder how far you'll actually get. There'll be the first slight little noise, like, I'm not going any further, I'm going to stay
It'd
with
be
you.
a thing, be like, nah, guys, I can't do this. Let's stand there for 4 hours and sink and buy out.
Kumbaya.
You know what? While we're here as well,
Kill me now.
we've been thinking. Like I said, it's Cajr's turn at the beginning of next month, isn't it, Doc?
It
The
is.
challenge. Now
You finally thought of a challenge for me.
We've
Fucking hell,
finally
took you long
thought
enough.
of a challenge. Now we are basically going to be following. This we probably might do this anyway from now on. We're going to give the Cravers a choice of 3 options of a certain that run around the same theme. And Cajr's is basically going to be a trophy challenge next month, sorry. And the trophy challenge is simple. He has either got to do complete the 500 meters in one direction in a minecart trophy. These are all Minecraft, by the way. B is he's got to hit a fireball back at kill a ghast with its own fireball, and C, which we know is going to be, he's got to get to the end.
Fuck off. Stop trying to influence people.
So,
Right, can I just clear this up? This is in one, I've got to try and do this in one, what's we call it?
System?
One night.
Yeah.
We're not gonna,
We're going to make him do it, try and get it done in one night?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
well, considering in the interest of fairness, it should be, because yours is only one night, GD. Yours was, alright, you did it over 24 hours, Doc, but that was your choice. That recently was only one night, so therefore it might should be one night.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. But the thing is, if somehow it is C, I think give him a little bit of fairness. You can get yourself set up ready for it. So, in other words, like get tools and that lot. But the actual finding of stuff, that's what the challenge would be with the end. Is that fair enough?
So, how far can I go with my setting up?
Here it is.
So, I would get the tools. I would say can you get the ender eyes? No. Okay. Well, the thing is, we'll think about it more. The thing is, we won't put the voting up
Does he
until...
have to solo it or can he do it part of a team?
What?
Can he solo it or do it
No,
part of
it's
a team?
you're gonna have to be
It's got
solo.
to be solo. The point of the challenge is he's got to do
We
it solo.
just sit there and watch and point.
Yes, and laugh. So, like I said, the options are A, he's got to do 500 meters of going on a minecart in a certain direction. B, he's got to kill a ghast with its own fireball.
My personal choice, if anyone wants to know.
Or C, he's got to get to the end. He doesn't have to kill the Ender Dragon, he's just got to get to the end.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. So, yeah, that's pretty... Anyway, yeah,
Right.
for me, the Twitch thing, if you want to watch the Alien Isolation thing on Friday, you can catch me on twitch.tv/GDW2007. Also, if somehow there is news in the gaming coming this next couple of weeks, you can find that on craveyourgame.wordpress.com, where you will also find the update and the podcast, of course. And if you do want to join Crave the Game and you haven't yet, I don't know why you haven't joined Crave the Game, what is wrong with you? You can join us at cravethegame.net.
There's free cake.
There's free. We do not promise any actual cake.
Virtual cake.
Virtual cake. There's virtual cake somewhere. So, yeah, I would say that's it. Anything else you guys want to say before we go?
Oh, yeah. I raised £340 for Bliss with my charity stream, and I'd like to say thank you very much to everyone.
Congratulations as well,
Congratulations and well done.
mate. Yes, well done.
Yes, so that I got the final figure the other day. It was awesome.
What was your actual target?
300.
God, well done.
Yeah, so, yeah, it's really good. It's really worth it.
So, yeah. Is that it?
I've got something to add.
Alright, go on then.
Sewers! Sewers!
So,
Sewers! My last chance of saying all this.
Sewers.
So, yeah, that's it.
Sewers.
So,
Sewers.
guys, if you're gonna do the sewer chant, can you do it quietly so I can just do the ending, please?
No. Sewers.
So, there we are. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Sewers.
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 Sewers, guys.
Why not?
Bye, Sewers.